the Dunciad Book 3 Alexander Pope. But in her temple's last recess enclosed, on Dullness' lap this anointed head reposed. Him clothes she curtains round with vapors blue, and soft besprinkles with Sumerian dew. Then raptures high the seed of sense o'erflow, which only heads refined from reason know. Hence, from the straw where Bedlam's prophet nods, he hears loud oracles, and talks with gods. Hence the fool's paradise, the statesman's scheme, the air-built castle, and the golden dream, the maid's romantic wish, the chemist's flame, and poet's vision of eternal fame. And now, on fancy's easy wing conveyed, the king descending, fuselage in shade. A slipshod sibyl led his steps along, in lofty madness meditating song. Her tresses staring from poetic dreams, and never washed, but in Castalia's streams. Taylor, their better care on, lends an oar, once one of Thames, though now he sings no more. Benlows, propitious still to blockheads, bows, and Shadwell nods the poppy on his brows. Here, in a dusky vale where Lethe rolls, old Bavius sits, to dip poetic souls, and blunt the sense, and fit it for a skull of solid proof, impenetrably dull, instant, when dipped, away they wing their flight, where brown and mirrors unbar the gates of light, demand new bodies, and in calf's array, rush to the world, impatient for the day. Millions and millions on these banks he views, thick as the stars of night, or morning dews, as thick as bees o'er vernal blossoms fly, as thick as eggs that ward in pillory. Wondering he goes, when lo! a sage appears, by his broad shoulders known, and length of ears, known by the band and suit which Settle wore. His only suit, for twice 3 years before, all as the vest, appeared the wearer's frame, old and new state. Another, yet the same. Bland and familiar as in life, begun thus the great father to the greater son. Ampersand quo. O born to see what none can see awake. Behold the wonders of this oblivious lake. Thou, yet unborn, hast touched this sacred shore. The hand of Bavius wrenched thee o'er and o'er. But blind to former, as to future fate, what mortal knows his pre-existent state? Who knows how long thy transmigrating soul might from Boeotian to Boeotian roll? How many Dutchmen she vouchsafed to thrid? How many stages through old monks she rid? And all who since, in mild benighted days, mixed the owl's ivy with the poet's bays. As man's meanders to the vital spring roll all their tides, then back their circles bring, or whirligigs twirled round by skillful swain, suck the thread in, then yield it out again. All nonsense thus, of old or modern date, shall in thee center, from thee circulate. For this our queen unfolds to vision true thy mental eye, for thou hast much to view, old scenes of glory, times long cast behind shall, first recalled, rush forward to thy mind, then stretch thy sight o'er all her rising reign, and let the past and future fire thy brain. Ampersand quo. Ascend this hill, whose cloudy point commands her boundless empire over seas and lands. See, round the poles where keener spangles shine, where spices smoke beneath the burning line, earth's wide extremes her sable flag displayed, and all the nations covered in her shade. Ampersand quo. Far eastward cast thine eye, from whence the sun and orient science their bright course begun. One godlike monarch all that pride confounds, he, whose long wall the wandering Tartar bounds. Heave single quo tennis. What a pile! Whole ages perish there, and one bright blaze turns learning into air. Ampersand quo. Thence to the south extend thy gladdened dyes. Their rival flames with equal glory rise, from shelves to shelves see greedy Vulcan roll, and lick up all the physic of the soul. How little, mark, that portion of the ball, where, faint at best, the beams of science fall, soon as they dawn, from Hyperborean skies embodied dark, what clouds of vandals rise. Lo! Where Meotis sleeps, and hardly flows the freezing Tenithral waste of snows, the north by myriads pours her mighty suns, great nurse of Goths, of Alans, and of Huns. See Alaric's stern port, the martial frame of Genseric, and Attila's dread name. See the bold Ostrogoths on Latium fall. See the fierce Visigoths on Spain and Gaul. See, where the morning gilds the palmy shore, the soil that arts and infant letters bore. His conquering tribes this Arabian prophet draws, and saving ignorance enthrones by laws. See Christians, Jews, one heavy Sabbath keep, and all the Western world believe and sleep. Quo. Lo! Rome herself, proud mistress now no more of arts, but thundering against heathen lore. Her grey-haired synods damning books unread, and Bacon trembling for his brazen head. Padua, with sighs, beholds her Livy burn, and even as Antipas Vergilius mourn. See the Cirque falls, this unpillared temple nods, streets paved with heroes, Tiber chalked with gods, till Peter's keys some Christ net Jove adorn, and Pan to Moses lends his pagan horn. See, graceless Venus to a virgin turned, or Phidias broken, and uphills burned. Quo. Behold ye Nile, by palmers, pilgrims trod, men bearded, bald, cowled, uncowled, shod, unshod, peeled, patched, and piebald, linsey wool's brothers, grave mummers. Sleeveless some, and shirtless others. That once was Britain, happy. Had she seen no fiercer suns, had Easter never been. In peace, great goddess, ever be adorned. How keen the war, if dullness draw the sword. Thus visit not thy own. On this blessed age O spread thy influence, but restrain thy rage. Quo. And see, my son. The hour is on its way, that lifts our goddess to imperial sway. This favorite isle, long severed from her reign, dove-like, she gathers to her wings again. Now look through fate. Behold the scene she draws. What aids, what armies to assert her cause. See all her progeny, illustrious sight. Behold, and count them, as they rise to light. As Berry Cynthia, while her offspring vie in homage to the mother of the sky, surveys around her, in the blessed abode, 100 sons, and every son a god, not with less glory mighty dullness crowned shall take Throgub street her triumphant round. And her Parnassus glancing o'er at once, behold 100 sons, and each a dunce. Quo. Mark first that youth who takes the foremost place, and thrust his person full into your face. With all thy father's virtues blessed, be born. And a new Cybers shall the stage adorn. Quo. A second see, by meeker manners known, and modest is the maid that sips alone. From the strong fate of drams if thou get free, another Durfrey, ward, shall sing in thee. Thee shall each alehouse, thee each gill-house mourn, and entering gin shops sour sights return. Quo. Jacob, the scourge of grammar, mark with awe, nor less revere him, blunderbuss of law. Lo P.L. Liz brow, tremendous to the town, Hornick's fierce eye, and Room's funeral frown. Lo sneering good, half malice and half whim, a friend in glee, ridiculously grim. Each cygnet sweet, of bathing tunebridge race, whose tuneful whistling makes the waters pass. Each songster, riddler, every nameless name, all crowd, who foremost shall be damned to fame. Some strain and rhyme. The muses, on their racks, serene like the winding of 10,000 jacks. Some free from rhyme or reason, rule or cheek, break Christian's head, and Pegasus's neck. Down, down Delarum, with impetuous whirl, the Pinders, and the Miltons of a curl. Quo. Silence, ye wolves. While Ralph to Cynthia howls, and makes night hideous, answer him, ye owls. Quo. Sense, speech, and measure, living tongues and dead, let all give way, and Morris may be read. Flow, Wellstead, flow. Like thine inspirer, beer, though stale, not ripe. Though thin, yet never clear. So sweetly mawkish, and so smoothly dull. Heady, not strong. O'erflowing, though not full. Quo. Ardennis. Gildna. What ill-starred rage divides a friendship long confirmed by age? Blockheads with reason wicked wits abhor. But fool with fool is barbarous civil war. Embrace, embrace, my sons. Be foes no more. Nor glad vile poets with true critics score. Quo. Behold you in pair, in strict embraces joined. How like in manners, and how like in mind. equal in wit, and equally polite, shall this Apusquin, that a grumbler write. Like are their merits, like rewards they share, that shines a consul, this commissioner. Ampersand quo. But who is he, in closet close why pent, of sober face, with learned dust besprent? Right well mine eyes are the Mr. White, on parchment scraps why fed, and wormiest height. To future ages may thy dullness last, as thou preservest the dullness of the past. Ampersand quo. There, dim in clouds, the powering Scholiasts mark, wits, who, like owls, see only in the dark, a lumber house of books in every head, forever reading, never to be read. Ampersand quo. But, where each science lifts its modern type, history her pot, divinity her pipe, while proud philosophy repines to show, dishonest sight. His breeches rent below, embrowned with native bronze, lo! Henley stands, turning his voice, and balancing his hands. How fluent nonsense trickles from his tongue! How sweet the periods, neither said, nor sung. Still break the benches, Henley, with thy strain, while Sherlock, Hare, and Gibson preach in vain. O great restorer of the good old stage, preacher at once, and zany of thy age! O worthy thou of Egypt's wise abodes, a decent priest, where monkeys were the gods. But fate with butchers placed thy priestly stall, meek modern faith to murder, hack, and maul, and bade thee live, to crown Britannia's praise, in Toland's, Tyndall's, and in Woolston's days. Ampersand quo. Yet oh, my sons, a father's words attend, so may the fates preserve the ears you lend. 'Tis yours a Bacon or a Locke to blame, a Newton's genius, or a Milton's flame. But oh, with one, immortal one dispense, the source of Newton's light, of Bacon's sense. Content, each emanation of his fires that beams on earth, each virtue he inspires, each art he prompts, each charm he can create, whate'er he gives, are given for you to hate. Persist, by all divine in man and out, but, learn, ye dunces, not to scorn your God. Ampersand quo. Thus he, for then a ray of reason stole half through the solid darkness of his soul. But soon the cloud returned, and thus the sire, Ampersand quo. See now, what dullness and her sons admire. See what the charms, that smite the simple heart not touched by nature, and not reached by art. Ampersand quo. His never blushing head he turned aside, not half so pleased when Goodman prophesied, and looked, and saw a sable sorcerer rise, swift to whose hand a winged volume flies. All sudden, gorgons hiss, and dragons glare, and ten-horned fiends and giants rush to war. Hell rises, heaven descends, and dance on earth, goods, imps, and monsters, music, rage, and mirth, a fire, a jig, a battle, and a ball, till one wide conflagration swallows all. Thence a new world to nature's laws unknown, breaks our refulgent, with a heave in its own. Another Cynthia her new journey runs, and other planets circle other suns. The forests dance, the rivers upward rise, whales sport in woods, and dolphins in the skies. And last, to give the whole creation grace, lo! One vast egg produces human race. Joy fills his soul, joy innocent of thought. What pow single quote are, he cries, what pow single quote are these wonders wrought? Ampersand quo. Son, what thou seekest is in thee. Look, and find each monster meets his likeness in thy mind. Yet wouldest thou more? In yonder cloud behold, whose stars' net skirts are edged with filmy gold. A matchless youth. His nod these words controls, wings the red lightning, and the thunder rolls. Angel of dullness, sent to scatter round her magic charms o'er all unclassic ground, yon stars, yon suns, he rears at pleasure higher, illumes their light, and sets their flames on fire. Immortal rich. How calm he sits these mid-snows of paper, and fierce hail of peas. And proud his mistress orders to perform, rides in the whirlwind, and directs the storm. Ampersand quo. But lo! To dark encounter in mid-air new wizards rise. I see my Cyber there. Booth in his cloudy tabernacle shrined, on grinning dragons thou shalt mount the wind. Dirge is the conflict, dismal is the din, here shouts augury, they're all Lincoln's Inn. Contending theaters our empire raise, alike their labors, and alike their praise. Ampersand quo. And are these wonders, son, to thee unknown? Unknown to thee? These wonders are thy own. These fates reserved to grace thy reign divine, foreseen by me, but withheld from mine. In Lud's old walls though long I ruled, renowned far as loud bows stupendous bells resound. Though my own aldermen conferred the bays, to me committing their eternal praise, their full-fed heroes, their pacific may single quota as their annual trophies, and their monthly wars. Though long my party built on me their hopes, for writing pamphlets, and for roasting popes. Yet lo! In me what authors have to brag on. Reject at last to hiss in my own dragon. Avert it, heathen. That thou, my cyber, e'er shouldest wag a serpent tail in Smithfield fair. Like the vile straw that's blown about the streets, the needy poet sticks to all he meets, coached, carted, trod upon, now loose, now fast, and carried off in some dog's tail at last. Happy are thy fortunes. Like a rolling stone, thy giddy dullness still shall lumber on, safe in its heaviness, shall never stray, but lick up every blockhead in thy way. Thee shall the patriot, thee the courtier taste, and every year be duller than the last. Till ride from booths, to theatre, to court, her seat imperial dullness shall transport. Already opera prepares the way, the sure forerunner of her gentle sway. Let her thy heart, next drabs and dice, engage, the third mad passion of thy doting age. Teach thou the warbling perfume to roar, and scream thyself as none e'er screamed before. To aid our cause, if heathen thou canst not bend, hell thou shalt move. For Faustus is our friend, Pluto with Cato thou for this shalt join, and link the morning bright to Prosperen. Grub Street. Thy fall should men and gods conspire, thy stage shall stand, insured but from fire. Another Aeschylus appears. Prepare for new abortions, all ye pregnant fair. In flames, like similes, be brought to bed, while opening hell spouts wildfire at your head. Ampersand quo. Now, Bavius, take the poppy from thy brow, and place it here. Here all ye heroes bow. This is he, foretold by ancient rhymes, this Augustus born to bring Saturnian times. Signs following signs led on the mighty year. See, the dull stars roll round and reappear. See, our own true Phoebus wears the bays. Our Midas sits Lord Chancellor of plays. On poets' tombs see Benson's titles writ. Lo! Ambrose Phillips is preferred for wit. See under Ripley rise a new Whitehall, while Jones and Boyle's united labors fall. While Wren with sorrow to the grave descends. Gay dies and pensioned with 100 friends. Hibernian politics, O Swift! Thy fate, and Pope's 10 years to comment and translate. Ampersand quo. Proceed, great days. Till learning fly the shore, till birch shall blush with noble blood no more, till Thames sea-eaten sons forever play, till Westminster's whole year be holiday, till Isis elders reel, their pupils sport, and alma mater lie dissolved in port. Ampersand quo. Enough. Enough. The raptured monarch cries, and through the four-ray gate the vision flies.